Hello, Richard again. Welcome back to the channel. So on the last one I was telling you about putting in the LED COB lighting, and I was about to fit the new one over this side, and it works perfectly. I unfortunately couldn't take it through the back of the fridge and down because there's a blanking plate at the very back of it, so I couldn't get through it, and my arms aren't long enough to get through there. So I ended up taking it through the back of the cabinets, the wiring through the back of the cabinets, down the edge of the wall. I put some trunking in under it's a double skin floor, so I went under the double skin floor. The domestic battery is under that seat there. Put a fuse and wired it straight to the domestic battery rather than to the fuse board. The others are all wired directly into the existing lighting circuit. Would you like to see the motorhome? So I love looking at, we've looked at so many when we were choosing, and we decided on this Adria Vision 647 ISG, lot of letters and numbers, which is an A-Class motorhome. It's 2010, had done 31,000 miles. So this is what we get. Old school shroud, as they call it, the control panel. It's great, but the only thing that doesn't work is water. I couldn't find another water sender to go into the tank, although Lippert took over the shroud company, and our actual sender that's in the water tank is on their website, but none of the UK dealers for Lippert, or UK or USA, could supply it. They don't know why it's there. They think it's available, but no one can get it. So I ended up going to LQP, the marine people in Southampton, and I bought a floating 50 centimetre or 500 mil float with a console that tells me how much fuel. So when I come in the van, I don't know if you can see that, you can see currently half full. I just topped up the tank to make sure everything is working. I've taken out the dehumidifier. So we've got loads of cupboards. This is interesting. I like this. We've got a part of the glass door opens and clicks back. Lots of cupboard space in the back. Even the lovely drinks cabinet that we don't put drinks in, but we've got our wine glasses and the dog food for Willow. Great hanging space. This cupboard's really deep, goes back all the way. And the garage access is through here. It says lots of thick carpet, generator, barbecue, table, chairs, water hose. I have to ask, I really need some help. We didn't like I've got to show you, sorry, spinning around, the orange floor. And it came with some really mucky rugs, so I ended up cutting a number of rugs. You see the colour? It's dreadful. I want to put some more, so any help? We've sent lots of messages to a few companies who do motorhome and caravan carpets. None have replied yet. So we've got lots of storage underneath we need to ensure we get access to. So under here, there's all the electronics. I've got another big one in the back that's heated for shoes and the like. We need to replace it. It's too thick and furry. It's a bit 80s. But so any recommendations? Would really appreciate anyone to give me any advice. I've looked online at various manufacturers. We've sent emails, but we haven't heard back from anyone yet. They're obviously very busy. But any suggestions would be most welcome. So without further ado, let me go through the motorhome. So new lighting fitted. Oh, don't watch this cupboard, but in here I did put in the internet. I put in a pointing aerial on the roof. I should put a picture of that online so you can see it. Teltonica router, the Teltonica router, I got that from eBay. It's ex-BBC and it takes dual SIM. So I put in obviously with phones now you're SIM free, but I had a SIM card, so I've put that in there, and I bought an EE SIM as well. So this Teltonica will choose the best signal, or the strongest signal, depending on where you are. EE generally gives the best coverage in the UK, but I've been with O2 for years. But it's good to have the option of both. And with the aerial on the roof, it's a great signal. Pull out 19-inch cello TV in here. The drop-down bed. We've got the water tank under this seat here. I store the Bluetti under here. So it's got blinds, and obviously everyone has these, and full blackouts on the front. I use the, we don't have, having a huge screen, we don't have sun blinds, so that pulls down part way, as you can see, so we can avoid being in the greenhouse when we're driving along. The Adria came with this rather lovely Kenwood 10-inch system, but unless you subscribe to Sygic or Copilot, which are monthly subscriptions, I didn't want to do that. Looking online and talking with friends, I opted for the Garmin camper, where you put in your height, length, width and weight, and obviously it only takes you down routes that are commercially favoured. We're 7'7" wide, but we've got these enormous 9-inch wide mirrors on the side, so it takes it to 9.5 feet. I'm a bit precious about it from the point of view I smashed that one off, and I'll put on a picture. You can see it lying on the floor, and I had to rebuild the plastic. It failed its MOT, funnily enough. I didn't realise that the grey panel on the side had the indicator repeater on there, and it needs that obviously for the MOT, so I had to melt and glue the plastic back together and paint it to make it look all nice and new again, and it came up really well. So the next thing probably to cover that would be great, we ran out of gas during one evening. We had 2 Cala bottles in, a 13 kilo and a 6, and we ran out in the middle of the night, so waking up in the morning we were absolutely freezing cold. Again, looking online and talking to friends, we opted for the yellow Gaslow bottles, and these are great. I shall show you those outside. Stop recording. Stop recording. This is where we have the gas locker outside here, and managed to squeeze in, very tight fit, 2 11 kilo Gaslows. I fitted one, which I bought second-hand, then I bought a new one. Aren't these just great? And at 99p a litre, so much more economic to, oh yeah, and they didn't like me filling it when I had a tap on the inside on the top of the bottle to fill, so I drilled a hole in the back, and so the bayonet fitting, these just pop off and we can refill. But what I do like is, one's an older bottle, it was a second-hand one, so I've got a Mopica gas level indicator. There's also on an app on the phone, so that just is a magnet that sits on the bottom of the bottle, and the other one is the Gaslow. It's a Dimes indicator, I think they're from America, it's called Dimes. It's the gas level indicator, another app, so I've got the two, and I'll show you that on the phone. So at any time I can tell, I don't think we're going to run out at night because I can see how much gas is in both bottles, and I'll show you that in a second. Hi, back again. I thought I'd give you an idea on what do you do when you get home when your motorhome's too big for the driveway. Found a solution. It's trim the trees. Here we go. So down the side, down the front, we could just fit it in. As you can see, if I come back out, it now just fits. But more importantly, we can get 3 cars in the driveway, and what's great, they're not going to grow again, obviously, but a little green paint just takes the edge off the colour. We don't want brown, dead-looking branches, so I've got to get another aerosol and touch it up. What a good idea. So, quick trim, it fits. Welcome back inside. Now, I thought I'd show you the monitoring for the gas bottles, what we use. So for the older bottle, the older Gaslow bottle, we use the Mopica app. Now the Mopica sender, which is sonic or sonar, is magnetic, goes on the bottom of the tank and it records what you've got. So the older bottle I'm obviously not using as a primary one at the moment. It's showing 89%, that's just been updated. And on the other tank I'm using the Dimes software. So this is the newer tank, which fits on the top of the tank and replaces the gauge. So that's the one we've been using. This currently showing 41%. I hope you can see that okay. On both you can set alarms, so it will send you a message on your phone to say, like here I've got alarm 1 is at 25% capacity and then alarm 2 at 15. And a trend chart, it sees when you last filled it. Just a great tool, works inside the house. The Bluetooth seems to work quite a long way away, but a great 2 addition. So the older one is Mopica, which is very good. And this one is the Dimes software. You can get the Dimes one from Hamilton Gas in Northern Ireland, and I got the Dimes one on Facebook Marketplace. I think it was about £75, and I got the Mopica one for about £45 on Facebook Marketplace. It wasn't a great rush to fit them because at least you had gauges on the tank, but this means you don't have to go outside in the cold to know how much gas you've got. Thanks very much. So, coming in, we have through the habitation door. Most motorhomes have got them. Retractable step, exterior light, interior light. There's my water tank gauge. The all-important bathroom, shower room. So this has got the Thetford swinging toilet, cupboard space in there for loo rolls, loads of mirrors. The shower is brilliant, it's very powerful. So this unclips, this end is magnetic, it swings round, as you can see. I'll step back, nice and clear, and plenty of space. I'm just over 6 foot, not light, but I can fit in there and it works brilliantly. So good loo, good water pressure. We've got lighting in here and Truma blown heating, so that's nice and warm. Blown heating in here, blown heating in the cab, there's blown heating in the garage, it blows here, and there's a, shall I come back to here? This is the big cupboard for shoes and storage underfloor. Flip-flops, and that's really wide. Don't know how many shoes we can fit in there. So the spec of the Adria, she's a 2.5 litre Renault, 6-speed automatic box. She's got cruise control, it's got air conditioning from the engine, and as you can see above me, it's got habitation AC as well. It's a domestic unit. So these units heat as well as cool. What's amazing is, I don't know if anybody, hopefully it's true, and please do correct me if I'm wrong, that on heat, you get nearly 3 times the power out that you put in. So for 1 kilowatt of energy, you get nearly 3 kilowatts of output energy. They're just very efficient. It's like a heat pump, a ground pump, which generally are the likes of an air conditioning unit. So that it's really, really good to have. It's a bit noisy. You can hear the fan running. But it's nice to cool it when it's really hot. But that's kind of the spec of it. So we're full berth. Don't have a tow bar. It's got an Alco galvanized chassis. It's double skinned. It's very well insulated. So it's an old unit, but it's looking a bit more modern now. It's great fun. Getting into the bed at the front can be a bit of a pain, but at least it's fully made up. We haven't got to make a bed up. We kind of like the idea of having a rear bed, but being short on space in the driveway, this fits perfectly. Now I've trimmed the trees. Anyway, look forward to catching up with you again. I thought better tell you, we're going away in I think it's the 10th of April, so we'll take you along with us, going to a fabulous location on the south coast, right on the beach, and I'll share that with you when we get there. And you can meet Willow and Nikki. Talk to you soon. All the best. Oh, subscribe. Help on the carpets, please. Any help would be most welcome. The furry ones have to go. and I'd need to get obviously access to the storage underneath. Subscribe if you can, if you like to know more, if I can help others, that would be great. I welcome comments, and please tick like if you liked the video, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.